Coach Ed Greenman. Battle Creek, Harper Creek, Coach Ed Greenman have been together forever. Coach Greeman began as a grad assistant at Central Michigan University and then accepted the head coaching position at Harper Creek in 1985. He retired in 2014, couldn't stand it, and will be a varsity assistant this fall at Harper Creek. His teams have won 11 conference championships, 6 undefeated regular season with a winning streak of 32 games, qualified for the state playoffs 18 years, winning district and regional championships. He has coached 7 All-Star players, 1 Detroit Dream Team player, and 18 first-team All-State players. He has been a coach in the East-West All-Star Game and the Michigan-Ohio Border Classic, named Regional Coach of the Year 12 times, and was president of our association in 2015. What coaching has meant to Coach Greenman: it has allowed me the opportunity to play a significant role in the lives of kids and my coaches, and hopefully I provided them with memories that will last a lifetime. Coach Greenman's biggest thrill in coaching: seeing the faces of our kids after a hard-fought battle that ended in victory, and being able to relive that moment with them 10, 20, and 30 years later. Coach Greenman's most humorous incident in coaching: his assistant coach, Dennis Stansberry, was inducted last year and related this same humorous incident. So if you weren't here, you're going to hear it. And if you were here, it's worth repeating. After sending the team to the field prior to the game, my assistant coach and I had to go to the equipment room. As we entered, I said, "Don't let the door shut. The lock is broken and we can't open it from the inside." It was too late. I said, "No one knows we are here. They will never find us." My assistant coach began laughing and almost threw up, but said, "That's not the real problem. The real problem is they won't even miss us." Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the Hall of Fame, Coach Ed Greenman.
Well, first and foremost, a thank you to the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association, especially Jack, Chuck, and Larry for all the things that they do, not only for tonight, but for our entire association. I've been surrounded all my life with great people. You can't choose your parents, but if I could, I would have chose mine. Ed and Ann Greenman, who are here tonight, who share their love for each other. They've been married for over 50 years, have been supportive of me throughout my life. I can probably count on one hand the amount of events that they've missed over the years, put me through college, and have been my truest fans. I also, as all of us up here can say, we all married up. I married up, and when I did, I joined the Paul and Joanne Ballman family. And it's great as an adult to have 2 sets of parents, 2 loving people that I cherish to be also known as a Ballman. I went to St. Philip Catholic Central High School in Battle Creek and was coached by 2 Hall of Famers, Jack Brown, who still coaches at St. Philip, and Mike Hume, who is deceased, but is probably one of the main reasons why I went into coaching. As I moved on to Albion College, I remember an assistant coach by the name of Dave Egnatuk. Eggy, as he was known to the students and players, always had a phrase, "It's a great day to be alive." And it really resonated with me because of the connection that he had with kids, that if you make every day a great day, it kind of rubs off on everybody else. The head coach at that time at Albion was a man by the name of Frank Jarenko. And my high school coach, Mike Hume, would always say, "You know what, sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know." Well, Coach Jarenko was good friends with a guy by the name of Herb Dramedy, who was the head football coach at Central Michigan University. And luckily, I was hired as a graduate assistant at Central Michigan by Coach Dramedy. And from him, I learned how to prepare, how to be organized, how to be thorough. and I was blessed to be around great coaches at Central Michigan, especially Keith Otterbein, who's now the head football coach at Hillsdale College, Tom Curley, the head football coach at Michigan Tech, Ron Reardon, who is out of coaching now but was the head coach at Sturgis High School, and then many of you know the name Pat Riedma, the former head football coach at Northwood University that passed away after fighting cancer this summer. So as I moved on to Harper Creek, young age of 24 years old, coming from Central Michigan, thought I knew it all. Promptly went 0-9 my first 2 years at Harper Creek. Luckily, there was a man by the name of Ralph Kenyon that was the athletic director at Harper Creek, a man's man, someone that thankfully saw something in me, and even though I had a lot of heat on him, I'm sure at the time, stuck by me, and because of him, I'm here today. Plus his wife does a pretty good job at making chocolate chip cookies. And then there were 3 great hires that I've had at Harper Creek. I've had a lot of them, but I think about my first hire, Dennis Stansbury, who went into the Hall of Fame last year. Dennis is a great football coach. We get our toughness at Harper Creek because of him. And even as he approaches his 80s, he's still coaching at Harper Creek. Then there's Chad DeShaw, our head JV coach, who could coach at any level, high school or college, but coached our JVs. And because of him, he prepared our kids at the varsity level and made us better. I could match his winning percentage against anybody in this room. And last but not least is our current head coach, Mike Seedorf, a man that builds boys into men, someone that when I hired him, I knew would take the Harper Creek football program to a higher level because of the great person that he is. I've also been fortunate to have former players that have come back and coached at Harper Creek, people like Alex Nikolic, Derek Stansbury, Craig Grable, Josh Wolverton, Joe Urisic, longtime friends and coaches, Dave Ponchek and Jeff Williams. And then our new hires that we've got on our staff now, people like Jason Marino, Chris Haywood, and Mason Converse, people that will lead Harper Creek into the future. And last but not least, when it comes to the school in which I coach at, is our administration. Our principal, Matt Montang, and our superintendent, Rob Ridgway. 2 great men. I couldn't work for 2 better people. Harper Creek is in great hands, both on and off the field, because of the leadership that we have from these 2 men. I'd be remiss if I didn't congratulate the other members that are up here today. What a great group. For those of you that are coming from communities that have these guys coaching for you, you're lucky, because they're all great men. It's a Hall of Fame night. In the Battle Creek area, we have several coaches, probably in the 15 to 20 range, that have made it into the Hall of Fame. And I've had the privilege to coach against some of them. Doug Best and Al Slammer at Battle Creek Central, Rich Holkow at Marshall, and Jim Ritter at Lakeview. 4 great coaches from the Battle Creek area. But you know, as I look into the mirror tonight before I go to bed, I'm not going to see a Hall of Fame coach. Actually, what I'm going to see is a person that's been blessed by God with good health, a great family, wonderful friends, and hopefully someone that's had an opportunity to have a positive impact on a child's life. So to me, the 2 biggest blessings are my wife. My wife, Beth, who I know I'm biased, but is the nicest and most beautiful person inside and out, who blessed me with our son, Kevin, who I think is a pretty darn good kid himself. So true Hall of Famers in my life are my wife and my son. So in closing, on behalf of the football coaching staff at Harper Creek, thank you for putting us into the Hall of Fame.